You just go to, it's like USPS.com, and then, what was it called? Every Door Direct Mail, it's EDDM. So, but anyway, you just ask for the packet to be sent to you, and then you can also go in online and design whatever it is you want, and then they'll give you the label that goes on all of your pieces, and then you take it to the post office. But I suggest going to them and asking, you know, tell them what you want to market, that kind of thing, so that I don't misinform anybody, and so you all know exactly what you're
So
getting
Teresa,
into.
are you charged a bulk mail price for bulk mail?
It's basically, like I said, it's 14.5 cents.
What's 14.5 cents
Is that
get
the
you though,
printing
honey?
or the
I,
mailing?
no, that's just the mailing. That's the mailing. But, and you have to have a minimum of, I think, 200. So, I mean, you're talking about $28, what, something like that.
And that gets you the label with everybody's address and stuff,
Well,
right?
it just goes postal customer.
Oh, okay.
It goes to everybody. Like,
Okay.
I live at Paxico, so I talked to her, and there's 2 routes at Paxico. There's a town route, and there's a, you know, like a rural route or whatever. The rural route has 200 people, the town route has like 90. So that'll give me an idea of how many people, if I wanted to do this, I had planned for. And it's the same way with wherever you would send it. You talk to the post office and they tell you, it's probably something you could do on the phone if that's what you want to do. But anyway, it was just an idea, you know, for people who are trying to build a business, get your name out, that kind of stuff. Rural areas, I mean, all of us have, every little buck you can get will make a big difference. And, you know, I know from doing booths or whatever, sometimes it takes a long time for somebody to call you. I actually had an $85 order on my workstation one day, and that person got my name from a booth last September. So, you know, it does pay off. And that's kind of the same way this is, you know.
Cool. Cool, that's a
Anyway,
great
I'll
idea.
leave it up here if anybody wants to look at it.
And I used to use direct mail when I had my flower shop, and it really does get you out there. So even if you're not moving, or you feel like you're kind of stuck and you want to get out of your circle of friends or family, it might be something you should try. I know when I used to do it, I would send out coupons, or if we were having our big Christmas sale, that kind of stuff. So if you've got some, maybe a great time to do it would be right before, like June, July, you know, right before the new fall and winter catalog comes out, or something like that would be a cool time to do it too. But so anyway, if you guys want any more information, definitely talk to Teresa or go to the Postal Service website. So, okay, just a few more announcements. Did everybody get their name and email on this list? Because as you notice, there's not a lot of handouts on the table because it was costing me a ridiculous amount of money to do handouts, and sometimes I don't know if they got used or if they didn't get used. And so what I'm doing is collecting an email list, and what I will do is I will email you out all of the documents I talk about tonight in fundraising, because especially for fundraising, you'll want to customize them anyway. So this way, and most of them are all Word documents that you could just, you know, change my information, put in your information. So, also, and I don't know if you guys have noticed this on the, this is something that's really important. It's the Shining Star nomination. I don't know if you guys have read about this. The Shining Star is awarded at convention, and what it is it's like our way to vote. And I love this, and this is why I encourage you all to do it. And what you do is you just go to your workstation, and under the resources tab, you can download the form, and then you just email it, or you can physically mail it to the home office. But what you're going to do is nominate the consultant that you think has really exemplifies all of Scentsi's qualities as far as helping one another, you know, that kind of thing. So go on and vote for the person that you think has really, and you can vote more than once too. You can nominate, 75 people if you want to. But I think it's, as our company starts to grow larger and larger, and we have over 200,000 consultants, it's kind of nice to have a voice in who gets the awards, and so that's kind of nice. So if anybody would like to look at the form, I did print one off, but you can print one off in your workstation. So there's that. And I think that's all, other than the email list. I think that's all I have. Okay, let's draw for a door prize real quick before I start rambling about fundraising. Okay, do you want to draw since you're a guest? Okay. Last four numbers, 4225. Yay!
Carla,
Well,
here's your month.
no, it's not Carla, it's Lizzie. This is a Cincy apron, so you can wear it at your shows, or you can wear it if you do a booth. So there you go. You can wear it when you cook if you want to, I guess. Wear it whenever you want to.
Who cooks?
I do. So.
Okay.
Fundraising. Fundraising is probably one of the things that I have the most questions about. So I'm going to train you the best I know how. And there's several other consultants in this room. I know Dawn, Carla, and several other people have done a fundraiser before. So if you guys have anything you want to kind of pitch in while I'm talking, please feel free to. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through how I do fundraisers. Now this is really cool. Cincy allows us to do whatever we want to when it comes to the fundraiser. You can kind of customize your own. Oh shoot, I forgot to announce. Okay, we'll come back to fundraising. Okay, speaking of fundraisers, Bowling for Buddies. Okay, Bowling for Buddies is a wonderful idea and a wonderful thing, but we're having a hard time getting it off the ground. We've got a lot of donations, and everybody's done really, really good selling their buddies and getting the buddies, but nobody wants to bowl. Like right now we have 3 bowling teams. So it's kind of hard to have a tournament with 3 bowling teams. And we thought, okay, well maybe it was because of the date. So we changed the date to June the 2nd. Well, and then after I changed the date, we had more people drop out. So we're having a hard time with the bowling. So Dawn and I were talking, and we thought maybe instead of doing Bowling for Buddies, we all just get together, and maybe we could use that picnic social at the lake to do that. Everybody bring their buddies to that. We take pictures, send it to the paper, to the donation, to the people that we're donating to, and then we could get some volunteers to deliver the buddies within the next couple days. So what do you guys think about that instead of having a bowling tournament?
I think that sounds wonderful.
You guys okay with that?
Yes.
And then maybe next year we could try to work a little harder to get the bowling side of it, the bowling side of Bowling for Buddies going a little bit better. I just think with this time period, with a lot of our team leaving, it's just really difficult to get everybody together. And it might be something that we try to put together again in the fall because it'd be a great time to donate a stuffed animal to a local shelter, or also a great time to collect some PRV, because during the fall and winter, that's when we're trying for the incentive trip. So anyway, okay, so.
I got a challenge.
Okay.
I challenge anybody in the room to get more buddies than I do.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a hard challenge. You
24.
got 24. Dawn's got 24 buddies.
How many do you have?
I've got
And I
6.
did it all in one day, guys. I went to businesses and that I know, and I walked in and I said, "You want to sponsor a buddy for $25 for one of your local needy children?" And only one business in the town said no.
And so we quit going to them.
Yeah, so don't go to office. No. But I mean, and then I had like friends. Just, I had a couple of friends that just seen my Facebook thing. Jody, before Jody even decided to join a couple of months ago, she's like, "I want to do that. I want to help a child," and another person. So if there's a business that you go into and you patronize that business, just go into the manager or the owner and say, "Look, I'm doing a fundraiser for a buddy. Will you sponsor a buddy?"
Yeah.
And
for those of you guys that, and you can still collect buddies if you want to. We'll turn them in, like I said, at the picnic social. For those of you guys that are leaving, if you have buddies collected, then you can give them to me. I will store them and donate them if you guys have buddies that you want. So, okay, back to fundraising. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through doing a fundraiser in the way that I've done fundraisers, because I found that I've had really great success with fundraisers. So I'm going to walk you through the fundraiser, and then we're going to talk a little bit about pros and cons of the fundraisers, because not all consultants do fundraisers, and not all consultants they don't want to do fundraisers because sometimes the cons will outweigh the pros, and it's up to you personally to decide, you know, if you do a fundraiser, if it's for you. Okay, so first what I do is you got to contact the organization that you're looking to have a fundraiser for. The ways that I went about doing this is I Googled some of our local nonprofit organizations, and I have a letter. Okay, let me show you my letter that I send out. And I'll pass this around. This is one thing that you will be getting emailed to you. So what it is, it just introduces the fundraising opportunity. It also has my information and the potential that the money that they can make for the organization. I sent out last year in August is when I did it. I sent out about 60 letters to nonprofits and other organizations, sororities, fraternities, those kind of things. And I will tell you, if I hadn't done that, I don't know that I would have achieved my incentive trip. Because with the fundraising monies, even though I gave away my commission, I was putting in $2,000 fundraisers, $3,000 fundraisers, and that all counted to my incentive trip. So it really, really, really helped in that sense. So I'll pass this letter around. You guys can check it out, read it. I will be emailing it out to you. So I went ahead and sent those out blindly and waited for the responses. This year, I think I'll try to do a follow-up instead of waiting to see if they call me. Which I still had good luck with them calling me, but then, you know, so. And when I say Scentsy, you could do a Velada or a Scentsy or a combined fundraiser, even if you wanted to. So when I'm saying a Scentsy fundraiser, I mean all of the above. So Google some nonprofits in your area and target them. Also think about the organizations that your family is involved with, like ball teams, church, youth groups, you know, the different organizations that you're already a part of. And also, this kind of, it leads into more, because last year, when I did send out that letter, I had sent it to the Habitat for Humanity. Well, Shahana, the director, contacted me, and she said, oh, we'd love to do a little fundraiser with you. I said, okay, great. She said, would you like to come to the development meeting? And we'll talk about it. I said, sure. Well, then I thought, oh, you know what, this is a really cool organization, and they invited me to come back and be on the board for the development committee. And that it just, again, it opened up an opportunity for me to have so many more customers that I probably would not have met without contacting Habitat for Humanity. So not only did I get a fundraiser out of it, but I also have a lot of other connections through the Habitat now, just by doing that. So.
And the fundraiser could help them get their incentive, because your fundraiser will go towards
yes. So
your
if you,
incentive for the
summer incentive. Yeah. So if you started a fundraiser, let's say tomorrow, and you put in $1,000. For instance, say you had a $1,000 fundraiser come back at the end of May, and what I would do in that point would be to separate it into two $500 parties, and boom, that you've already got your PRV for your spring summer incentive. So yes, you can think of doing it like that too. Okay, so I mailed out the information with the introduction letter. I also sprayed it with room spray. I put my business card in there, and I put it in a really bright, beautiful envelope. And I did this because when it came with all their other mail, I wanted it to stand out. I also hand wrote the address on there. I did not just print off labels, because I wanted it to look personable, and I wanted them to read it. Because there's so many times that, you know, businesses get just stacks and stacks of mail. I wanted my fundraiser letter to be seen. Okay, so while you're waiting on them to contact you, you know you're going to get a fundraiser. You know if you send out 60, 75 letters, you're going to get a fundraiser. And especially if you start talking to your organizations. So you want to start stocking up on your supplies. And and I'm sure all of you guys have seen the supplies on the Scentsy Success or the Scentsy Family store. You can buy a fundraising bundle now, which is really cool. It's got everything you need for a fundraiser. I believe enough for about 25 fundraising packets or 25 participants. And so they've changed some things since last year, since I did my fundraiser. But